Welcome back to the Dawn Show, talking about your safety and some really important safety tips with Charley and Tracey Vega, the co-founders of Simple Self-Defense for Women. And I know people can go to your website even if they're interested. I know that you recently spoke with the Police Athletic League and law enforcement. It's interesting to me that law enforcement agencies hire you because I think you're good at putting it into layman's terms.
Right, and we make it fun and empowering. That's what makes it different, because when we make it fun, women learn it much better and they're remembered for the rest of their life. Everything we do is a one-time event. And what we do is we teach just a few techniques so you remember these for the rest of your life. So if something should happen, one of these techniques will get you out.
Well, and I love what you said, Tracey, that people say at your seminars, what do I wear to your seminar? And you say,
what do you wear to get attacked, right?
Right.
So it cracks me up because they'll say, well, do I wear sneakers? Do I wear sweatpants? I'm like, well, if you got on heels, you don't go, 1 minute, let me get my sneakers off. You know, so you have to be able to do with what you've got, right? So we're teaching real life scenarios. You look beautiful today. If you walked outside and something happened, you went and had a drink after dinner, or you were approached in a parking lot, you would need to know what to do, dress just the way you are. So we go to where women are and teach them exactly what we're teaching so they're comfortable learning in their environment.
So you've got some great moves that we were practicing before,
Right.
and I'm amazed that they're great, but they're simple.
Right,
Yep.
that's
And
the whole
that's the
idea.
key.
Yep.
That's the name of the company, right? Simple.
Keep it simple,
Keep
right?
it simple, right, yeah.
So the most important one we think is for children to be able to get away. The one that we showed you, where the most typical type of grab is somebody being grabbed by the arm, where somebody's.
You want to show it?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think, and we showed
Do
you.
we want to stand up?
You
Yeah,
can do it. You can even do it sitting down.
Okay.
Either way,
We can
that's
do it.
good.
All right.
Basically, if I was to grab you and try to pull you into a vehicle, I'm going to grab you the most common ways. I'm going to grab you like this.
And
So
I'm
it's
gonna
strength
pull.
against strength.
Natural
and whoever's
reaction.
stronger is going to win. But if you follow the direction of the thumb, and since the thumb is on top and bring your hand up, you'll be able to get out. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, so I go like this.
Right, you go like that.
Because your thumb is
my thumb
one.
is on. My thumb is 1, so you're fighting one finger with a thumb versus 5. Because when you go in this direction, you're fighting 5. So since the thumb is on top, you went up.
What do you got? What if you got a two-hand hold?
Well, now you're only fighting 2 thumbs. It's the same
Okay,
thing.
so still
same
up.
Same technique.
So you're
right.
watching, and if the thumb is under,
If the thumb was down, then you just pull down.
and I do this.
And you do that.
We call those our
exactly.
dance moves. There's all sorts of them, no matter what way the hand's going. But you know what's so cool about that, Dawn, is whatever we teach, whether you're standing, sitting, or on the ground, every technique will work.
It's the same.
It's the
So
same
even if
thing.
it got you down,
Yes.
you just look for that thumb and
Thumb.
pull
Right.
in the direction
Somebody
of
was
the
doing
thumb.
a caveman drag, with your arm. It's the same thing. You would pull the arm in the direction of the thumb.
Right.
And
So-
that's the one, that's our pay it forward move. We want every child to know how to do that they should know how to escape from that. If somebody were to grab them, we don't give a script. They can kick, they can scream, they can yell, but we do want them to be able to escape. That's the idea.
And if it's a child though, because maybe they're 50 pounds and there's a
Right.
200-pound abductor.
Right. And that one, if we could stand, I'll show you
Yeah,
what
let's
we mean
stand
by
up
that.
and show what would happen with the
The
child.
difference is right now you're an adult. If a child, let's say, is 50 or 80 pounds, you want them to use their body weight. So what we
Their
ask you to do,
momentum, in other words?
right.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we want you to take a step with the same side leg. So
Okay.
it go up and take
So I'm
a
gonna
step
go like
back.
this
Right.
and
But you want to
step
take a
back.
step back. So now you're using that body weight against that one finger.
We show it with Tracey because she does it perfectly.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
an
the other
amateur.
thing
That's
is
okay,
when you're
anybody can do
doing
this.
that, you're turning, and the other thing you're doing is you're turning to start your escape because he thinks you're going with him. He's hopefully going to fall back and smack his head on something, and you're
Okay.
going to take off.
I'm at least going to take 1 or 2 steps because I was expecting to come in this direction. So now you have about 7 to 10 feet between you and that attacker. So now you have an opportunity to get away.
And the child hopefully will be able to run. Somebody will see what's going on, and they'll
Right.
be able to get away.
And Charley, when a child is abducted, there's a usual way that somebody is grabbing a child.
Right, now I'll show you one.
Well, let's.
Okay,
I
show
don't
on
want to mess up her
Tracey.
lipstick. She's looking pretty. And the common
Well,
theme
you're
is.
looking pretty too,
Well,
Mama.
okay, so here's the thing. I'm not child size weight,
just
but we'll just show you what's
So
going
what
on.
happens, the way a child is abducted, they grab one hand here over the waist, and
Okay.
they grab another over the mouth, and they lift the child, and they walk away so that you can't hear the child scream.
It happens very
So
quickly.
Because we tell our kids, say, he's not my daddy.
Right,
you know,
right.
Well, you
Kick,
can't hear
scream.
that. And they can kick me all they want, but I'm an adult, I can take a couple of kicks.
So-
Instead of doing the kicking and punching, what we ask you to do is grab one finger
Like that?
and peel it
Okay.
away.
Like that.
And then just run
And
away.
then they can scream, then they could peel the other finger, then they can kick, but that will draw attention and it gets the hand away from the mouth that allows them to
And
start.
all you need to do is you pull one finger, any finger, you'll get out. It does not matter. Just pull that
Snaps
finger.
the finger,
Do it
they're in a
quick.
lot of pain, they're going to let go.
They're going to let go. It's an immediate.
And what else do you have? What other moves? Do you have a trach move?
The trach, yeah, I'll let you do this one on him, Dawn. I'll just show you where to poke.
So,
and anybody at home trying this, got to be a little bit careful when you're doing this one.
This is a very sensitive spot.
It's not, you're not going to kill anybody. You're going to cause a little pain. You may not be able to talk so well, but basically you're taking 2 fingers, you know, do a little support.
Everybody just kind of, your audience,
I want you to
touch,
try it.
Just
push right here, and you'll start. If you push hard enough, you're going to cough.
You're going to feel very uncomfortable. Now imagine somebody pushing it very hard. So if I was facing you, let's say I grabbed you, whatever, all you need to do is just push
and just
in this
get right
spot
in that area.
and push right out. And what's going to happen when you do it with any amount of strength, even a little bit, they're going to do this. and they're going to choke. And that's going to give you plenty of time to get away. So even an elderly person carrying their grandkids, it'll give them plenty of time. I kind of kid around and say, you can have breakfast and that person will still be choking.
It does. It's, I mean, when your adrenaline's going and you're really hitting them, they're going to go down and it's going to give you a lot of time.
Right.
Okay.
It's very, very effective.
Yeah.
Can we sit back down?
Sure, we can.
Moves?
Yeah.
We can.
What's the #1 question you get from people? I mean, I know you're all over the country. It's probably hard. You probably have a top 5. But would you say?
The #1 question women ask is, I'm in a parking lot, what do I do? And I can actually show you, if I stand up, I can show you real quick
how that
is done.
You could go ahead. Well, I'll show you what's going to happen here. It's real simple.
Okay, I'll sit down.
No, let's say you're at Sears, you're walking out, you're at the mall, you're at Kohl's, whatever, and you're walking to your car, and somebody's approaching you.
So if I'm approaching her, what we ask you to do is put your hand up in a stop motion. Now think about this a minute. Right now, she's not so much an easy target. We talked about being easy targets, right? So now as a bad guy, I go, this woman is not such an easy target, so her odds of survival immediately go up.
First of all, she doesn't have headphones in.
She's
She's not on her phone.
She's not on her
She's
phone.
not distracted.
Attention.
Right. So she's putting her hand at my eye level. Now picture yourself in a parking lot. Most people have cell phones. If you saw her doing that, you think, hey, something is up. You'd at least call 911 to say, I don't know what's going on, but there's a problem here.
And think how natural that would be for your children. Kids are really used to putting their hands up,
that's
right?
true.
So that's very simple. It's very universal. And if you saw somebody elderly, they can do this. It's simple.
It's a universal language. No matter what you can do to hear what they're saying, you know there's a problem. That's the thing about this, and it lets that person know. And it's a test, because if I keep coming,
it's something
I
bad.
failed the test. Now you know that you're going to be in a very bad situation. You might have to use some of the techniques we were just showing you.
Okay.
But this is a great way to prevent
Just
something
give
from
off
happening.
that body language.
And you
Talk to
say
the
it with
hand.
feeling. And you say it with feeling. Stop, excuse me, what can I do? What do you want? Stay away. Whatever you feel comfortable saying is up to you.
Yep.
But you let that person know that you don't want them to get in your personal space, which we define as 7 to 10 feet from that potential attacker.
Okay, this is all good stuff. Stay right here, stay right there. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back, talking about your safety, more self-defense tips for women especially, with Charley and Tracey Vega. You know, I just love your message, and I know you're passionate about it. What's your bottom line for people to think about safety and teach the safety to their children, grandchildren?
We want you to learn. We want you to think about it in advance. Don't wait until something happens. You know, look at the website, look at some of the little quick videos, review your show again. Hopefully they're taping it and they can look at some of the things we did, but don't wait until something happens. You need to be prepared, and this is not something that you have to do over and over and over and over again. You don't have to go to class after class. You can do it. It's simple. You can practice at home.
And that's the difference. We're showing how to escape. It's not like you go weeks of training. Learn a few things to protect yourself and teach your family. Take time to teach your family what to do.
Yeah, I think it's so important, because when you're in that panic situation, when you're being followed in that parking lot, if you've thought about, okay, look for the direction of the thumb, or go for that trach quick button move,
right,
and make them cough and run away, you've had that thought ahead of a time.
Exactly.
So now you have a game plan, whereas
right,
before you're just so panicked.
Right.
And our thing is pay it forward. We want everybody to show someone else. We want to stop this against women and children, so women and children have an advantage to get away. You've done so many stories on people being attacked, being abducted, being murdered. We can change that.
Yeah, that's our goal, is to improve the odds right now against women, which are terrible.
Yeah, they are terrible. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, practice the moves. Have a good one.